Hi there booktube, it's Eleanor here, and today I'm going to do the Grinch book tag. I was tagged by Collie of the Wobbles, and I'm not sure who originally did this, but it'll all be linked in the bar below. And I'm going to go through this very quickly because I haven't got much time. It's nearly bath time for my daughter and I'm trying to do the tag really quickly because obviously there's no point doing it after Christmas. Anyway, I'm waffling. So I've got my book here with the questions. I have learnt from doing this that I don't think I'm very Grinchy. I don't dislike enough things, so I apologise, some of these I'm going to have to pass on. The first one is half the lights on the tree are burnt out. Name a character, book or series that was good at the start but went bad. And I have to say The Bronze Horseman for this. If you've watched my wrap up of last week, you'll know that I really didn't like this book at all. And at the beginning I did think it was going to be okay for the sort of beginning few pages. I thought, oh, this is quite interesting. And then it just got ridiculous. And so I DNF'd it. So yeah, I would have to say that, I'm afraid, by Paulina Simons. Next, Annoying Great Aunt Sally Will Not Leave You Alone. A book that you didn't like. The Bronze Horseman. I know I'm being cheating and using the same book, but yeah, I doubly didn't like it. The Pets Are Knocking Over All the Christmas Decorations, a character that messes things up. I quite enjoyed this series, but Katie in the Luxe series does seem to mess quite a lot of stuff up. Just by being herself, she is causing quite a lot of problems for the children next door. Won't say any more if you haven't read the series, but it's worth a read. I really enjoyed it. It's a good fun read. You see your parents putting out the presents under the tree and learn that Santa is not real. Sorry kids if you're watching. And what book were you spoiled for? I racked my brains for this, but I honestly don't think I've ever been spoiled on a book. I don't think I've ever been spoiled. If I haven't read a book, I tend not to watch booktube reviews, and that's the only way I would probably be spoiled. And yeah, I've never read a big enough hyped book with everyone else that I would be spoiled for it. So no, I haven't ever been spoiled. All I Want for Christmas, a couple you couldn't stand. I haven't got one for this. There isn't a couple that I really can't stand. Scratchy Wool Sweater is books that have been sitting on your shelf but you haven't read yet but don't want to get rid of. Are you ready? All of those books on those two shelves are TBR books. So you can see why I'm going on the 5-to-1 diet next year. And your grandmother runs somebody over, or your grandmother is run over, a character whose death you're still mad about. I haven't got one of these either, I'm afraid. I'm really rubbish at the Grinch. I'm like the opposite of the Grinch. I love Christmas and I'm really jolly. I could be Mrs. Santa, but yeah, I'm not a very good Grinch, I'm afraid. The shopping centres are crowded. Name a series that you thought was too long. Now for this, I've picked two series, or two authors that have written series that I think are quite long. And I don't think they're too long because I don't like them, but they are so long that they have put me off even starting them. And they are Robert Jordan's Wheel of Time and Jim Butcher's Dresden Files. And I was really interested, actually, if any of you have read either of these two series or are partway through or read some of the books from this series, let me know, and let me know which one is worth reading. Maybe I'll try some of them next year, but because they're so long, they've put me off reading them. I just feel quite intimidated, so I'd be interested to hear if you like any of those and whether they're worth a shot. And then the last one is Grinch, a main character that you hate. And for this one, I really hated Celeste in Tampa by Alyssa Nutting. It is the most awful book I think I've ever read, and not awful as in, well, it was just disturbing. I didn't like it at all. It's about a teacher that is seducing and having sex with her students, and she is a predator and a paedophile, and it's really it's not a comfortable read at all. I know that Alyssa Nutting probably set out to make it an uncomfortable read, but it made me feel quite sick, and I didn't like the ending, and I just didn't like it at all, and I didn't like the main character. Don't read it. I just didn't like it at all. Anyway, that is my view on that. And so yeah, I'm sorry I'm not very Grinchy and this has been quite a quick video, but thank you for tagging me, and yeah, I hope everyone has a really good Christmas. Bye for now, BookTube.